Okay, I'll just get started then. Good morning and thank you for dialing in. My name is Haifa Khatib and I'm a marketing assistant here at InfoTrack. Welcome to today's webinar where we'll hear about InfoTrack's integration with LEAP and how our platform can help you navigate the changes to digital AP1s with ease through the integration with LEAP. Taking you through today's webinar, I'm delighted to be joined by Kelly Cutler, who is the knowledge manager at InfoTrack, and Damien Cartwright, who's the software developer at LEAP Legal Software. Before we begin the webinar, just a few housekeeping rules. I would like to draw your attention to the Q&A tab, which is located at the bottom of your screen. We will be running a Q&A at the end of the session, so please type any questions you might have for Kelly or Damien along with your name into the Q&A box. That way, if we run out of time or if your question requires further clarification, we can extract your information and follow up with you directly after the webinar. So I'm now going to hand you over to Kelly. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Haifa. So as she mentioned, my name's Kelly Cutler. I'm knowledge manager here at InfoTrack. So I'm just going to take you through a very quick PowerPoint just on what the land registry changes are, and then I'm going to show you InfoTrack's solution. So I'm just going to switch my video off a second. There we go. The land registry digital AP1 mandate. From November 2022, we will no longer accept scanned or PDF copies of AP1s for changes to existing titles using the land registry portal. And actually currently up to 80% of AP1 submissions involve uploading physical paper documents. So what does that mean? So the electronic document registration service known as the EDRS, so that's current submissions. These are a PDF or a scanned form which are uploaded onto the system for it to be read and reviewed by a caseworker as part of a very manual process. So the new digital registration service known as the DRS is when information is added in as data in predefined fields. Actually capturing it this way allows the system to read the data and check for any errors. So we're trying to move away from the EDRS to the DRS. So the reasons why land registry are going digital, because of current manual process delays and costs, high number of requisitions, high volume of support calls, so there are long waits and poor service, lack of requisition management tool, and to protect the register's data integrity. So what does that mean for the industry? It means quicker processing times, digitalization of the process, online guidance for submissions, fewer errors and reduction in requisitions, and the opportunity for further innovation. So what things do you as a law firm need to consider? So first off is change management, change challenges. You want to get ahead of the change and you don't want to get stuck in the backlog. You also have to consider staff training and obviously those cater to individual needs and ongoing real-time support. Then there's productivity. So again, registrations will be digital, so there's no paper or PDF forms. You have to think about your software suitability, so your integration with your CMS. And the ability to directly liaise with caseworkers as well. And then from a compliance point of view, full audit trail on how to report to regulators, full firm visibility of all matters, including requisition management tool and key dates automation. So what are your solutions? So you can use the new digital process through the Land Registry DRS service, or you can use the Land Registry partner integrated through the business gateway like InfoTrack. So just to give you some stats on InfoTrack, we are Land Registry's key business partner and biggest user. We've been doing digital AP1 since 2016. We have 6 years of continuous software improvement. We reduce requisitions by up to 30%. And we do over 550,000 submissions a year. And actually we're nearing on about 600,000 now. So digital AP1s by InfoTrack, what does that look like? So you get full guidance and expert support for every application. You have form flexibility, so you can do things like staircasing matters through the platform. Integrated with leading CMS as well as lender panels. One-page form pre-populated and linked to HMRC's SDLT5 and electronically signed deeds. And you get our unique AP1 dashboard, which provides you with application overview, auditing tools, requisitions, and cancellations. So looking ahead, what we're going to do, we're going to continue to invest in more experts for additional support. We're going to continue to expand our integration partners. We're going to add new lender management panels, and we're going to continue to reinvest back into the system. And there's just a testimonial from one of our long-standing clients who's been using it for both post-completion services, SDLT and AP1. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to walking you through InfoTrack's end-to-end digital AP1 submission and management software. So first off, as LEAP, you are going to go into your matter, and on your matter, you'll see the top ribbon here, and you'll notice this button, searching and services. So what you're going to do is you're going to click through that, and then that's going to take you through to the InfoTrack platform, which looks really similar to this. So AP1 is here and can be found in the post-completion workflow, obviously naturally sitting behind the SDLT, where we similarly integrate with the HMRC, obviously allowing you to digitally submit your stamp duty returns. And actually using both the post-completion services allows you to submit these in under 5 minutes. As I've mentioned, InfoTrack released our AP1 product back in 2016, and we continue to work very closely with the Land Registry to develop the business gateway services across the Land Registry services. So what you're going to see here is our latest AP1 software, which has been built with the aim to make your post-completion process faster, more accurate, and reduce the potential for unnecessary requisitions. So here we're going to come to our smart interactive form. When you go through LEAP, your matter will already be sitting here for you. And what that's going to do is it's going to populate 90% of this form for you. I'm just going to input my reference that I've done. So as I've populated that, you'll see that information has already been filled out. So this is the one-page form that you're going to have to just type a few little minor things in here. So on this matter, I've already ordered a register, submitted my SDLT return. So as we work through the form, you'll be able to see how much information is already pre-populated for you. So all required fields are asterisks, so you won't be able to submit your application with missing information. Registration type is our first required field. So for Land Registry Portal customers, you should be used to selecting the registration type. But if you're unsure as to the registration type relevant to your application, you can head over to our FAQs for definitions, plus lots of other AP1's tips and tricks. Today, I'm going to be running through a simple discharge, transfer and charge application affecting the whole of the title. So dealing is the relevant registration type. As you can see, the title number has already pre-populated over, but we are able to add on further titles using this button here. And we're also able to verify the titles automatically for you, showing the address and if there's any pending registration status, which obviously reduces the risk of cancellation of your application due to an invalid title. We've also pre-populated the local authority and the postcode. So now we can move on to selecting the priority applications we're looking to change the register with. You simply select the drop down to see the wide range of application types we have for you, easily identifiable with their form code and description. We have everything here that the Land Registry does, but we also organise the applications into common forms and form bundles, making it quick and easy to select common applications like discharge, transfer and charge. And just like most forms, our AP1 form is about working from left to right, top to bottom, and reviewing the information from your file documents and completing the relevant fields. We also integrate with our Sign Up for Deeds product. So where your deeds have been electronically signed, on selecting yes, we'll automatically look for and upload your conveyance's certificate into supporting documents. If your deeds are not signed electronically, then you can simply upload them here and confirm their certification. Obviously, for those that are integrated, you'll be able to select the files associated with this matter only. If you need to move the order in which your application type should be registered or removed from the title, you can simply drag and drop them. There's also no limit on the number of applications you can submit in one AP1. And if you can't find an application that matches your deed, you can simply select AP1, change the register, upload your deed, and proceed to the next section. As we scroll down, you'll automatically see that we calculate the application fee using the pre-populated consideration value from your STLT submission. So no need for a fee scale or a calculator. And we'll also automatically attach your STLT5 for you, reducing the risk of it being forgotten and a requisition being raised. Here in supporting documents, you'll be able to upload any supporting file, like consent forms, power of attorney, countersigned documents, and so on in one place. All along the right-hand side as well, you'll notice that we've added some handy guidance when completing the sections, plus tips to help reduce common requisitions. So for new users that may be starting to submit without any prior knowledge of the paper AP1, these guides can really help users better understand the sections of the land registry's requirements. So now we're going to move on to the party details. We've split here what is traditionally panel 13 into 3 manageable sections: applicants, proprietors, and other parties. As missing or incorrect party information is a common cause of requisitions, we wanted to group information in a way where you can move through the sections consciously, ticking off the required fields from left to right without having to jump around the form or click through multiple pages. As you can see here, the majority of the work is done for us. The applicant's name and your details as the lodging conveyancer are already pre-populated. We can also complete the applicant's role field because we know that they're lodging a transfer and charge. All that we need to do here is simply enter the lender's name. So if I type in Halifax, it will suggest the relative banks populating their address for service too. We can also confirm our details as the lodging conveyancer. So if your firm's process is for support staff to create the AP1s and then the conveyancers to lodge the application, you can simply select the lodging conveyancers from a list of users here within your firm. You can also update their contact details here if needed. Now we can move on to the proprietors section. So we call it this because we know that there is a transfer being lodged. So a registered proprietor will be a transferor. As we've ordered the register on the matter, we're able to populate the proprietors' names here. We're also able to populate the conveyancer's details from the STLT submission and again associate the borrower roles for the discharge application and the transferor for the transfer. All that we need to simply do is add in the lender's name. If there are any other parties involved within the application, they can be entered in this section. All you need to do is simply select the party role. So if they're a power of attorney, you can select them from this drop-down list. As we have built the form, you'll notice on the left-hand panel will update with key information to help you review the information supplied as you go, and you can click in and out of each section, and that will take you to the relative part on the form. Now we've got the associate applications. The idea here is to simply review what you've got. So we've got the 2 borrowers and the lender for the discharge, the transferee and the 2 transferors for the TR1, and the borrower and the lender for the new charge. All that's left to do is complete the address for service for the applicants. So you can enter the address for service for each proprietor yourself, including their postal, email or DX address. And disclosable overriding interest has been defaulted to no for ease, and again to speed up the time it takes to complete the form. And then we come to LMS. So this is kind of like an integration within an integration. What we can do is we can integrate you with LMS for Mortgage Office, so you can link your application to your LMS case number, and will automatically send them your submission receipt and then completion of registration details once your application is complete. So you don't have to go off to another website on the conveyancer's own to update that. Another great addition is the notes section. So it's a fully flexible form. So any information that you need to let your caseworker know about, you can put in here. But we do also integrate with our MR01 lodgement software, and we'll pre-populate the certification wording straight into the notes section for you here as well. And finally, here at the bottom of the form is where you can confirm the credentials used to submit the application. So these will be stored in your InfoTrack settings, but on occasions where your land registry EDRS account changes, it may be that you've updated your password, you can simply update them here as well. And we can also include any third-party recipient information here for all correspondence about this application. Simply select a colleague from the drop-down or select other user to manually enter their details here. On save and print, we'll populate a paper AP1 form for you, so it'll be a form that you're familiar with. Here you can review, download, or print and share where required, and we'll of course send you an email over, or we'll send the file straight back down to your case management, or you can submit straight to HMLR. So once you've done that, what comes with the AP1 form is our fantastic AP1 dashboard. It's as most products in InfoTrack, we have what I like to call a big brother overview of those products. So when that loads, I'll be able to show that for you. There we go. Here we go. So there's your AP1 dashboard located down here. And that will show you all of your submissions that you've done. You can filter through those submissions using the ribbon at the top. So whether it's requisition outstanding, requisition acknowledged, etc., you can do that. And you can also put all your submissions into a CSV file as well to filter through. So I'm just going to go on one where we've got requisition outstanding. So essentially what you're going to have here is a WhatsApp style chat that you can do with you basically interact with your caseworker at land registry, and you'll have a full audit trail, which I'll show you in 2 seconds. So here you're going to have the document that you've lodged. You can check the day list for any pending registrations. Any related files will be here to view as well. And again, you can add in any additional recipients. If I go back onto requisitions, so you'll receive a submission receipt. And if you do have any requisitions, they'll be located here. But we've got some really handy little features. So we have this feature where you can update internal notes. So for any colleagues to be aware of, you can request HMLR actions, so whether that's an update, whether it's expedite, that needs to be expedited, or cancellation, etc. You can put that in here. And you'll notice again, we've got our FAQs as well. So you'll have that throughout the whole AP1 process. So it just gives you that extra support if you've got any questions. And then respond to requisitions. So this is where you can free type to your caseworker. So anything you need to let your caseworker be aware of, you can just free type in this message box here. We also have regenerate details. Again, we know panel 13 can be a real pain point. So whether it's spelling mistakes, party roles incorrect, or whatever it might be, you can make the amendment. And what it will do is it will put it in a format down here that we know the land registry will accept, obviously preventing any further requisitions. You can add any additional parties, remove, and upload any supporting documents that you need to. Obviously, again, as I've said, this is a free type box, so any information you want to put in there, you can do. And along with the dashboard, you also get our handy calendar as well. So if you want to be super organised, you can see what AP1 cancellations and OS priorities you've got coming up as well. There we go. And along with all of this, you also have our fantastic help desk team who are able to help you through any submission, any application, any requisition that's been raised, and they'll answer the phone and they'll be able to help you. So now I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to pass you to Damien.
Well, thanks, Kelly. I don't think there's a great deal for me to add. I think it was a fantastic demonstration and covered everything in a lot of detail. So thanks, Kelly. So just a bit about me. I'm Head of Customer Success at LEAP. And from my point of view, when I'm out meeting our clients, I'm hearing a lot of positive sentiment about the integration with LEAP and InfoTrack. And I'm seeing the benefits firsthand from the end-to-end ecosystem that we have here at LEAP. So hopefully giving clients everything they need to be consistent and compliant throughout the life cycle of their matter. I think the close relationship and the two-way integration we have with InfoTrack fulfills the digital journey for our mutual clients, whether that's onboarding, verification, all the way through to the AP1 that we've just seen. I think between us, our common goal really is ensuring increased efficiencies that will naturally drive increased productivity across the firm. The vast majority of LEAP firms choose to work with InfoTrack, and for those of you that don't, I would certainly encourage you to take a closer look. It is available through LEAP, the Searching and Services tab, available on the LEAP ribbon within the matter, and it provides all of the benefits that Kelly has shown you today. So thank you all.
Thank you, Damien. So thank you to both of you for your presentation. I can see we've had some questions come through from our audience, so we'll just be jumping straight into the Q&A part of the webinar now. The first question we have here is, how do I pay the registration fee?
So your registration fees are usually direct debited from your land registry account, and obviously that's linked to your credentials in InfoTrack.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. Can I cancel an application via InfoTrack?
Yep, so you can cancel your application quickly and easily via the request action option that I showed. Obviously, you just follow the drop downs. And what we'll do is we'll even pre-populate the application's land registry reference number for clarity as well.
Perfect, thank you. Another question we have here is, do we need to also lodge a paper AP1 form?
No, so what you're doing on submission, you're sending the land registry an electronic AP1 form as data.
Okay, thank you. I think that's all the questions that we have today. If you do have any more questions, please do submit them. Actually, I see some more questions coming in now as I say that. The next question we have here is, what are the fees for using your SDLT and AP1 functionality?
Okay, so there is a nominal fee, and that's something we'll get your account manager to give you a call about and discuss.
Okay. Another question we have is, we are not conveyancers, but solicitors dealing with family, matrimonial and litigation cases. Can you explain how to make an application acting or preparing on behalf of applicants?
Yeah, so what we can do is I'll get the account manager to run that through with you. So if we get the contact details, and we'll come back to you shortly after the session.
Okay, perfect. I think that is all the questions. Oh, one more. Is there an option to add an MR01 registration of charge proof to this AP1 application via LEAP?
Via LEAP. Is that something you're able to answer, Damien?
Yeah, I'm not aware of that.
Okay. No worries.
We can pick up offline. Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, that's all the questions we have today. I would like to say a big thank you to Kelly and Damien for joining us today. I hope you all found this session helpful and informative. If you do have any other questions that haven't been answered or you'd like to submit after the fact, then please do contact us using the details on the screen, which I will share shortly. Yeah. Or reach out to your account manager who will be able to assist you. This session is being recorded and we will send you a copy so you can refer back to it. And all that's left to say is thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.